The store clerk suddenly slipped, and following the trail, it turned out that the floor had been dirted by a wheelchair belonging to a disabled customer. Furious, David stormed over to Lucas, snatched the basketball from his hands, and angrily demanded that he leave. Just then, manager Sachi arrived and announced that Lucas was the store's new employee. David's attitude immediately softened, even going so far as to present himself as the future store manager. But Sachi replied that it was under evaluation and then led Lucas to get familiar with the equipment. Taking advantage of the moment, Lucas complained to his colleague Rossi about David and started plotting a little scheme of his own. However, a month later, Lucas replaced David as the newly appointed manager in training. Everyone was thrilled for Lucas, except David, who was furious. David tried to fight for another chance, but Sachi ignored him. Frustrated, David began scheming again and enlisted Rossi's help. That afternoon, David, sitting in a wheelchair, mocked a man's physique and even slapped a female customer on the backside. This caused the customers to storm out in anger. The next morning, Sachi confronted Lucas, accusing him of insulting the customers. Lucas had no idea what had happened, but David used the opportunity to frame him. Feeling wronged, Lucas asked to check the security footage. David froze for a moment, but Sachi agreed. David turned the computer toward Sachi, only to find the monitor showing a black screen. Still, David insisted, "I'm the witness," and even threatened to call the owner. At that moment, Lucas's phone rang. It turned out he had already bought the store. His role there was meant to observe and assess the employee's character. David's plan had completely backfired. Lucas immediately announced that David and Rossi were fired. Ashamed, the two lowered their heads.